News and Brief at Press TV. The U.S. House Speaker rules out the possibility of approving President Barack Obama's proposal that would ban offensive ground combat operations for U.S. forces in Iraq. John Boehner said American troops in Iraq should move beyond training Iraqi forces and take a more direct role in fighting against ISIL. In Yemen, at least 4 civilians are killed after Saudi warplanes bomb a residential area. In Sada, the attack was on the old city of Sada. Nearly 2,600 people have been killed in Yemen during the 3 weeks of Saudi airstrikes on the Arab country. People in the United States have held nationwide rallies to protest against police brutality and racial profiling. The protests were organized by the activist group Stop Mass Incarceration. Police in New York scuffled with protesters and arrested over a dozen of them. German Foreign Minister Frank-Walter Steinmeier has warned U.S. senators not to be an obstacle in nuclear talks between Iran and the P5. He also hailed the last intense talks on Iran's nuclear program in Switzerland, saying negotiators from both sides should devote just as much energy up until the June 30th deadline. White House Speaker Josh Earnest says the U.S. president would sign a proposed compromise bill that gives Congress a say on an emerging final nuclear agreement with Iran. The compromise reduces the period for congressional review of any final nuclear agreement with Iran by 8 days. U.S. President Barack Obama has agreed to take Cuba off of Washington's terror list. Obama said he did not find indications leading to Havana's support of international terrorism during the last 6-month period. The move followed Obama's meeting with Cuban President Raul Castro on the sidelines of a regional summit in Panama. Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper says his country will join a training mission to help Ukraine's military in the battle against pro-Russia militias. Harper said Canada will send 200 troops from this summer until March 2017 to train Ukrainian forces. 219 girls in Nigeria have marched through Abuja to mark the first anniversary of the schoolgirls who were abducted by Boko Haram terrorists. They also demanded that the government take more serious measures to release the kidnapped girls. Similar demonstrations were held in France, the UK, and the United States.